All right. Welcome, Jana. Welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm ready. I think I remember how to do this. It's been a whole week, but yeah. So the big thing is the pitching matchup. You have two KBO legends squaring off for the first time, but with Ryu and Jin on the mound, and then Kim Kwon Hyun on the mound. Neither one having great seasons. Neither one having, both are in the twilight of their career. The main thing is Yuan Jin has pitched well enough, I want to say. Well enough recently. Not going to go 6 innings. Basically, he is good for 5 innings. On the other hand, you have Kim Kwon Hyun, who may go five, may go six. Where's the DK? I have no idea what that means. So Yuan Jin on the mound, the first pitch underway, and it's up high, ball one. Not going to have a lot of walks in this game. I don't think you shouldn't, but who knows? All righty, the 1-0 pitch to Che Ji-hoon, and it's in there for a strike or right down the middle. Oh, 1-1. So Che Ji-hoon, 266 on the season, having a pretty solid season in the middle of the outfield for SSG. Just playing his regular self as the 1-1 is a drop down for a bunt, but it goes foul, and it's now 1-2. So Kim Kwon Hyun hasn't pitched. DK. I Are you talking about the? I have no idea who DK is. As the 1-2 is lifted, but will gets foul and out of play. Oh no, the first pitch for today's game was an actor, I believe, from Stove League. What's up, Mary Kate? He's a Hanwha fan, so he's thrown out the pitch before. So he's from a baseball drama, as the 1-2 is lifted, but it'll get a foul also. 131 on the gun there. Maybe he's throwing. I mean, usually, honestly, Hanwha doesn't get very many. I would say famous or celebrities. I know whoever Lovely's girl or something. How to Witness is that's going to be a drove, and that's going to drop in front of E. Young in right field for a leadoff single. Are you talking about How to Witness, how to watch the game, or what? I really have no idea who DK is or what you mean. So if you're talking about how to witness a first pitch, they've all been finished as all the games start at 6 o'clock. So you can check the KBO Instagram app. They'll have the highlights of all of the first pitches. All right, An Sung Hyun steps in now. 259 on the season, playing a shortstop today as they check over at first with what you would call an F move. And he fakes the bunt, pulls it back, and it's up high, ball one. So Jin on the season, 307 ERA. He did miss a couple starts, 16 games on the season, 6-4, only 85 innings though. Like I said, he really doesn't go deep into games. 5 innings, maybe a magical six, maybe a magical six. Deuxième premier. I Again, this isn't the Doosan game. This is SSG Hanwha. So again, If you're looking for those guys, the different team, obviously a different. It'd be, I don't know. Let's see. I can probably tell you. They'd be on SPO TV. This is SPO TV 2, as that misses, and now it's 3-0. So SPO TV. This is SPO TV 2. SPO TV may have the LG versus Doosan game. So you can check souplive.com and watch that game. But obviously, that game is already done, which means that the KBO League Instagram would be the best, or KBO is that one just barely gets a stitch on the inside corner, and it's 3-1. So the KBO Instagram app or the KBO YouTube channel, one of those two would probably help you out. No problem. All right, now 3-1 counts as he just barely got a piece of that on the inside corner. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Nope, he's going to check over as Che Ji-hoon does steal quite a few bases. Che Ji-hoon is pretty decent back behind the plates. But Hyun-jin does not throw hard versus Che Ji-hoon, who does run fast. Thank you. Carrot, I can't read that. Something reacts. Thank you very much. Welcome. As the home plate umpire says something. And the 3-1, he drops down a bunt, but it's foul, which is going to send Che Ji-hoon back to first base. And we've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It took us 2 whole batters to get here. Two full batters to get our first full count of the day. Hyun-jin, 80 to 90 pitches is what he's going to throw, already at 11 here as I just hit a button. Hopefully that didn't actually play any music. As another time is called. There is 1 time per game, as now they're saying that they can't hear anything on the pitch comm. All right, here we go. The 3-2 counts. Sets up right down the middle, and that misses low, and it doesn't matter as he is going to hang out on second base. And runners now on first and seconds for the number 3 hitter. One of the most dangerous men in the history of the KBO, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good start for Hyun-jin. And he has not pitched well against SSG on the season. He also does not pitch as well at home. A 3.07 ERA on the season, a 3.46 ERA at home, a 4.73 ERA against SSG this season. As Che Jung fakes a bunts, the all-time home run leader for the KBO fakes a bunts. As runners on first and second, a ideal bunting situation for all of the KBO managers that don't know what the hell they're doing. 4 home runs in his career against Hyun-jin. As a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Way out in front of that. All right, here we go. Runners on first and second, and that's going to be ripped into left field. I don't think they're going to bring him home. Moon Hyun Bin, nope, they are going to bring him home. And he is in there with an RBI single. And just like that, SSG takes the early 1-0 lead. He hasn't. Well, Kim Kwon-hyun has not pitched any better against Hanwha, so who knows? But yeah, not going well. You get an 0-2 count, and the line's a single. All right, that's going to bring up Heredia. They still got runners on first and seconds. As that's curveball is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Maybe they'll sell it to you tomorrow for Moon Dong-ju, as the 0-1 is going to be lifted into right field, turning Lee Jin-young around, and that's off the top of the wall. One run is going to come in, and Heredia is going to be into second as Che-jung heads on over to third, and now it's 2-0 with two runners in scoring position, as they are just all over everything Yun Jin puts in the middle of the. Whew. It's not looking good for Hanwha, ladies and gentlemen. Still nobody out. Go Myung Jun steps in now. Important to note, Yun Jin pitches well against lefties, 232 average, but righties, 279 against them. As Go Myung Jun slaps that one into the netting in front, and a big misplay by the ball boy. Go Myung Jun hitting a 280 on the season, already 18 pitches for Yun Jin, nobody out, and 2 runs are in, 2 more in scoring position. Already over at second, and Che-jung over at third. As that one misses inside, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 misses way up high. Curveball forgot to curve, and it's just the ball. Man, that was a beautiful call. I'm gonna put that on my resume. Whew. All right. Don't worry, I clipped that one, Kiwi. Nice push of a button. That'll make its rounds. And a 3-1 is a lifted foul and another full count here. Second full count of this inning already, ladies and gentlemen. Ponce and Weiss looking on. Not too cheery at this point. Be interesting to see if Ponce makes his next starts. They said that there's no injury. They said it was just a knot in his shoulder. With a 4-game lead in the standings, you could afford to skip him, as that's misses, and that'll load the bases, ladies and gentlemen. That is the exact opposite of what they were wanting. Now that's going to bring up Kim Sung-wook. 23 pitches already. Only 72 pitches in his last start, which was Sunday last week. Got the win against KT. So here comes the first pitch. It catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Kim Sung-wook 182 on the season, but again, he's a right-hander, and Yun Jin does not pitch well against right-handers. And the 0-1 misses low, 1-1. So not only do right-handers hit 279 against him on the season, he's given up 7 home runs on the season. 6 of them have been to right-handers. I don't see Kim Sung-wook hitting one, but Hanwha now has one of the smallest ballparks and smallest fences in the league. So who knows? As that is going to be lifted into the gap, that's going to roll to the wall. One run is in already, is right behind Che Jung. And then in comes Go Myung Jun, and that's a 3-spot added, and it's quickly 5-0. And nobody out. Now that's going to bring up one of the leaders of the batting stance team, the all batting stance team. Many times, and they're going to bunt. Wow. Please tell me they're going to bunt. 5 runs, nobody out. Please tell me they're going to bunt. He keeps grabbing the bat like he's going to bunt. So a runner over at second base. And that misses outside, ball 1. He does not square up to bunt. Kim Kwon-hyun warming up over in foul territory. He might want to just sit down. As the 1-0 swing and a miss there as he tried to deposit that in the outfield. And it's 1-1. As for the whatever it is, the stimulus thing. All right, now the 1-2 pitch, pitch number 30 of this first inning. Yeah, congratulations. I don't get it. Is pitch com issue. Yeah. The only foreigners that get it are F6, which I assume you're F6, married foreigners, and then F5, and there's another one. There's another F visa, but I can't remember exactly which one it is. Mine does not get it. Yeah, so I don't get it, unfortunately. It really sucks because I get reminded all the time because my bank sends me messages. No. There's an old school Hanwha uniform there. Mom dusted that off. On the Yeah, they won't give it to me. As that's right back to you on Jin, and he tosses it over to first for the first out of the game. And that will move it down to the A spot to Jun Jun Jae. Yeah, an out. That was a hard hit liner right back up, or hard hit grounder right back up the middle. It's been so long you couldn't even remember how to spell it. Man, I am on fire today. All right, it's 1 away as Jun Jun Jae looks at a ball 1 low, 1-0. 2:22 on the season for the young, short second baseman. Chokes way up on the bats, and the first is going to be a liner right to Wong Young Mook, who tosses to Shimu Jun, and that will be 3 away. A nice line out 4-6 double play. We'll go to the bottom of thy first. That's 3 hole outs, Kiwi. "32 pitches in the inning for a guy that rarely throws 90. That is a recipe for disaster, ladies and gentlemen, if you are Hanwha. Especially with an overworked bullpen. Why would you be, honestly? Why would you be? Eugene Young leads off for Hanwha. A questionable decision up in the top of the lineup. Right. Kim Guan Hyun spotted a 5-run lead. Can he do it, ladies and gentlemen? He does pitch much better on the road. 2.90 ERA on the road in 7 games. But, and this is a big one because SSG has the second worst offense in the league. But despite a 2.90 ERA in 7 games on the road, he is 1-4. All right, Eugene Young leads things off. We'll look to try to get Hanwha at least a couple of those runs back as that misses way up high. And a ball one. 271 on the season for Eugene Young, but he has struggled in the month of July. As that's in there for strike, 1-1. And 2-1 now. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be lifted into center field, and it's going to drop in front of the right fielder. And he is on base with a leadoff single. Looks like Che Ji-hoon just didn't quite get a very good starts or good break on that, and it ends up dropping right in front of him and the right fielder. So that'll bring up a Liberato. First time I have streamed his game since getting his contract. Congratulations, Hanwha. You sold out your Little League ballpark. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Liberato, 387 on the season. He has turned that into a contract for the rest of the season. Hitting a 382 with 2 home runs this month. As that is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. It will be interesting, even if Hanwha is able to come back, as that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, throws to second, and then to first, not in time. And that'll be one away. A slow roller to the third baseman and not able to turn two, but they're able to get Eugene Young out at first or at seconds. And that'll bring up Moon Hyun Bin. All right, Moon Hyun Bin having a fantastic season, and it looks at ball one on the outside, 1-0. Moon Hyun Bin a 320 on the season, 9 home runs, made himself an all-star. As that's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Not bad for a guy that they wouldn't even hardly let play at the beginning of the season. He has found himself a home in left field. They have tried everything to find him a position, as that's a swing and a miss on a pitch outside of the zone. Start of the season, played some left, played DH, played some rights. Last year, he played some seconds. Then he played some third. He's played some center field this year, but he is finally settled in at left field. And the 1-2 is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Liberato, not a huge threat to steal over there at first base. Hanwha fan already covering her face after this game, as that's a swing and a miss, and that's two away on the first strikeout of the game. That's a slider, making him look foolish, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see his favorite pitch. He throws that slider 40% of the time at 134. One of the very few that do not lead. Let me rephrase that. One of the very few non-sidearmers or submariners that lead with something other than a fastball. As that fastball is way up. Might have been a not even have been a fastball. 131. Might have been a changeup that just got a little loose. No Shiwan, a 235 on the season, a true two outs man or two outcome guy. As that's just catches the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. Talking to Kiwi earlier, I think he has 14 hits on this month, and 5 of them are homers. Yet he's got 15 strikeouts. More strikeouts than hits on the season, as the 1-1 is popped way up. Right fielder coming in under it and makes the catch. And that outfield looks awful. Gives up a leadoff single, but gets out of it without any more damage. And we'll go to the second inning. It's 5-0. SSG. Quick inning there for Kim Kwon Yun. All right. SSG will have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. You love it when your leadoff batter gets up at least in the first twice in the first 2 innings. It's even better when the number two and Home Song Bake is out on the mound. That was a quick day for Yurhun Jin. This is not good for Hanwha because this guy sucks. That's a quick. Uh, basically, they've just said, I give up. Like I said, this guy is not good. Oh, well, here's all my stats for you and Jin that are absolutely useless now. As the first pitch is ripped but foul, and it's 0-1. Oh, well, final line for you and Jin 1 inning, 32 pitches, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 runs, all earned. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Om Song Baek, big off-season signing, has not played out well. We'll just say that has not played out well. And here comes the 0-2, swing and a miss, and that's strikeouts number 1 for Hanwha, and 1 away. He just pitched on Wednesday. 2.2 innings, 56 pitches, 7 hits, 2 homers, and 2 strikeouts. He can strike out some guys, but the problem is he also gives up a lot of souvenirs, not of the foul variety that were just hit there. Shea Ji-hoon, 1-for-1 on the day, is singled in his first at bat, and then came around to score on the Chejung RBI single. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Way inside, ball 1, 1-1. I think I got Om Song Baek's repertoire somewhere here in my phone. If I can see if I could find it. Do a looky look. And a swing and a miss there. 2-2. There we go. Om Song Baek. So change up most of the time, 41% of the time, 129 as that is lifted up into the air. Center fielder under it. And 2 away. Oops, wrong side. So off of that, he throws a fastball 36% of the time at 142. He is a pretty hard thrower for a side armor. Slider 7% of the time, and then a cutter 7% of the time. So mainly going to be a changeup fastball guy, as that's way outside. Ball 1, 1-0. An Sung-hyun walked in his first at bat, came around to score on the already RBI double. And the 1-0 catches the outside corner, 1-1. It's going to be a long day for the Hanwha fans hanging out in record heat as the 1-0 misses low, 2-1. Feel bad for the people that just showed up behind home plates. It's already 5-0, and they didn't even get to see anything. Oh, I'm sure, dude. 2-1 is misses up high, 3-1. Is it Sunday nights? I went for a walk, and was it Sunday night? One of the days I went for a walk and I came back and I was basically like, as he walks him, and that's the second time he has been on base today via the walk. One day I went running and I, I was running just past the stadium actually on the river, and as I was running, it turned to 12 o'clock, and they have an announcement saying basically like, don't go outside, stay inside. It's too hot. Drink lots of water if you're stupid enough to be outside. Right as I was running past, I was like, oh. And then I started walking. Ended up, I felt like I was swimming in my shoes by the time I got home. As it checks on them, but it makes it safely back in. Almost got him over at first, but all righty, here we go. Another throw over, back a little bit quicker that time. I do wish they would put in a rule about this throwing over to first as he goes, and Che Jung lifts that one up. Liberato going back at the wall and makes the catch. Just missed making it 7-0 by a few feet. Che Jung or Che Jae Hoon also kind of made a weird movement after that. I think he might have got hit with the bats. As we will go to the bottom of the seconds, 5-0. SSG. Yeah, I'm sure the beverage of choice wasn't helping the sweat either. Hanwha will have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up, trying to again start a comeback. Have you adopted the ice beverage yet? The adult soda, the teacher sodas. Get you an ice cup and pour your teacher soda into the ice cup. It's the only way, especially during the summer. Yuran Jin's wife on TV for the third time. She's lasted longer. Oh, fourth time, third time, fourth time. No. All right. Kim Guan Hyun, 15 pitches in that first inning. And first pitch to Che In Sung is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And that would be Teacher Soda would be the make of the make from Chimake, as that is turned on, but gets foul. Kiwi, if you hurry up, you might be able to get that ball outside in the stadium, in the on the streets. And a swing and a miss as that drops out of the bottom. A second strikeout of the day for KK. And one away here in the bottom of the second. Brings up Kim Tae-yun. And that misses outside. A ball one. 1-0 to Kim Tae-yun at 249 on this season. He has slowly been doing a little bit better. The sixth straight season of 100 innings, as that's a swing and a miss there, and it's 1-1. 249, one home run on the season, but it was a huge one, as he is the first Hanwha player to hit a home run in the stadium, as that is lifted up into the air, right fielder under it, and 2 away. Welcome back. Hey, Brink. How was your time in thy country, sir? I think your brother should be starting Friday for Hanwha, or for maybe should be starting I think Sunday, should start tomorrow, as that is in there for strike, and it's 0-1. Wang Young Mook 255. And then so that would mean that your brother should start on a Saturday next week against Hanwha. So I will definitely put that game on, stream that game. $471 in the month. So they took him out of the leadoff spot and moved him down into the seventh spot because old Korean coach math, is that's a swing and a miss, and that's 3 away. A third strikeout of the day for KK. So that'll take us to the third inning. It's all SSG and 0 Hanwha. Well, at least I guess at least they're going down quickly so that the Hanwha fans can get out of the stadium. 9 pitches in that inning, 24 on the day for Kim Kwan-hyun. SSG will have their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up in the top of the third. Elsewhere, Kia is 2-2. They're threatening with more as they've tied it up in the top of the second, but they've got the bases loaded and nobody out, or sorry, 2 outs. And then LG and Doosan are both tied up at 1, as Doosan has added a run in the bottom of the seconds. Samsung and KT are up at zeros, and QM is leading 4-2 against NC. And, looks like a 3-run shot by Kim Tae-jin put QM up in that game. So Hanwha fans, obviously, scoreboard watching. You've got the number 3 versus the number 5 in the league. So obvious at this point, you have to start thinking playoff implications. Hanwha does have a pretty sizable lead. That's sweet. It's sweet that the team actually treats you guys well. I mean, I know your brother was getting some rest, so at least like I don't know if that was planned around when you were in town, as the first pitch is in there for a strike, and that's 0-1. I don't know if that was planned for him to take his little relaxing break a little bit while you guys were in town or not, but it's nice that they actually are helping you guys out and doing cool stuff for you guys, as the 0-1 misses way outside, 1-1. I got one of my coworkers is headed to Gwangju next weekend. Is that is a fouled away 1-2. Is headed to Gwangju next weekend to watch Kia and Hanwha. I guess his buddy is a Kia fan, and obviously him living in Daejeon, he is a Hanwha fan. I haven't been. I know all of my students go down there. As the one two, Mrs. Lowe, 2-2. Kiwi, have you gone down to Yasu? Yasu is famous for their seafood. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, Mrs. Lowe there, and another full count. So, of the stadiums you went to, Brink, which one was the best one? Load up the van, Kiwi. All righty, here comes the 3-2 pitch. As that one is lifted, but gets foul 149 on the gun there. That is some speed. I'm looking for Kiwi out there in the stands, but no, he doesn't have the golden fingers. How was Incheon? I thought you went there also. As the 3-2 pitch and foul to straight back. Yeah, everybody loves Jamshil too. I think it sucks. I've only been to Kia's actually, let me rephrase it. I've been to Gwangju's stadium a couple times, but I've only been to one game as he swings at a pitch up his eyes, a foul. But even Suwon has though. Even Suwon and I believe Gochuk also has the beer vendors. So the third base umpire made the call that it was foul, but it is not the third base umpire's call until it passes the bag. I don't know what they're doing here. So apparently the home plate umpire called it fair. The third base umpire called it foul. And so Heredia stopped. Like it's the third base umpire's call because it's behind the bag. But they called him out at first because Heredia stopped running. Again, it's more KBO umpires proving why going to the ABS system was a massive, massive improvement. The home plate umpire barely put his hand up. So now they're video replaying. Well, Brink, if you do head to Daejeon, you have to let me know. I'll take you out on a night. I'll take you guys out on a night to experience the life of Daejeon. Maybe you can join Kiwi and I for the Damas Waegukkan Korean baseball tour. Kiwi, they might have only been there for the MLB one, but I know they were there. I've seen them there. I know I've definitely seen them at Suwon. Well, it's just got to be a foul ball. Like, how does the third base umpire call it foul? The home plate umpire points fair. The runner stops. That's good. Make sure he's voting in the polls each week. And time is run out, I guess. Again, in the KBO, they only have 3, and they call them out. What is this? This is KBO. Again, it's the third base umpire's call once it passes the bag, and Noshiwan fielded it past the third base bag. Good Lord, the KBO umpires are bad. All right, now here we go. As first pitch swinging from Go Myung Jun gets lifted but out of play, and that will be a souvenir for somebody. Go Myung Jun walked in his first at bat, came around to score on the 3 RBI double from Kim Sung Wook. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch, and in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Home Song Baek making his case for a spot back in the rotation, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly what all Hanwha fans wish they saw. More Home Song Baek. A swing and a miss at a pitch over his head, and that's 2 away. I don't know if he was swatting flies or what. Those look like pajamas. Those Hanwha uniforms look like pajamas. All righty, 2 away now as that one catches the outside corner, 0-1. I'm surprised the professor hasn't been brought back up as that one misses way outside, and it's 1-1 now. 27 pitches for Home Song Baek. Kim Sung Wook, 1-for-1, a 3 RBI double, the big swing in the first inning that's really put this game, and I would like to say puts Yun Jin out of the game. All righty, the 1-2 pitch. And the defensive swing there as Cheon Sung scoops it up, tosses it on Song Baek, and another out. 1, 2, 3, go SSG. As we will go to the bottom of the third. It's 5-0 Hanwha. Or sorry, SSG. Kiwi wishes it was Hanwha. Important here to get some innings out of Om Sung Baek is if they can keep it close. If they can keep it close, Hanwha has a chance. Hanwha really does have a chance because SSG's bullpen, despite what the numbers say, it says they have the #1 bullpen with a 3.45 ERA, only ahead of Hanwha with a 3.59. But I don't see it. I've never watched a game. I've never streamed a game where SSG's bullpen pitched really well. But if you're up 5 and your Korean ace is on the mound, and maybe it won't matter. LG has taken a lead against Doosan as they're up a 2-1. That's a huge game, huge series for Hanwha as LG gets Doosan with a chance to maybe put a game back on Hanwha to get a game back. Can't imagine that's either. I could see LG sweeping Doosan, but Hanwha sweeping SSG. Hanwha sweeping any team except for Doosan or Kium is kind of a question for me. All right, Che Jae-hoon leads things off. The brick wall himself. 305 on the season, misses inside, and now it's 2. I know. This is a spot in the lineup that should produce, actually. Kim Kwon-hyun doesn't pitch. Again, he has not pitched extremely well, as that catches the bottom of the zone for a 2-1 count now. But the number 8 spot in the lineup surprisingly hits 294 against him. The 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters also hit a little bit better, but surprising the 1, 2, 7, 9 don't hit well, but somewhere magically is that's going to be a ground ball right to the shortstop is makes me look like an idiot, and that is 1 away. See how long he stays in the game as he again without EJ Wan backing him up. The father time in the dugout for Hanwha doesn't like to go with the young guys. Shimu Jun now steps in. And that's a strike right down the middle. 132 on the gun there. So Kim Kwon-hyun, 4 pitches mainly. Again, I talked a little bit about the slider first, as that one misses outside, way outside, 1-1. 40% of the time, 28% of the time, he's going to throw his 4-seam fastball. About 142 to 145, right around that spot, as that is fouled into the catcher's foot as he takes a little seat. And 1-2. Then off of that, he also throws a changeup 17% of the time, and that's missed the old shin guard. That hit the old side of the leg that's the shin guard's not quite covering. And he also throws a curveball 15% of the time, as that misses outside, and it's 2-2. Oh, all righty, the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls that one and nutmegs the old catcher. Well, we'll keep it at 2-2. 2-2 count for number 2. No, a double nutmeg. Put that on the highlight reel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the 2-2 pitch once again, and that's going to be lifted into the air. Left fielder Heredia making the catch on the run. And that's 2 away. Ah. Now, you know how the announcers are. Every single swing is a possible home run. That's why it's important to have. Again, this is where I talk about Kim Tae-yeon and Moon Hyun Bin. playing the outfield, they just don't get good breaks on the ball like that, as that's going to be a 6-3 ground out to end the inning. A 1-2-3, 1-2-3. That's 9 straights retired for Kim Kwon Hyun. We'll go to the 4th inning. It's 5-0 SSG. Oh man, they're so ridiculous. Like like I wish there was a way to explain it to people like watching at home or whatever about like everybody hears the announcers, everybody that's watching on Soup or whatever hears the announcers like and how excited they are, but the crowd is the same way at games. Like I remember all the times I'd be sitting in, in the stands or whatever. Yeah. And like all of the people just like going crazy. And I'm like, guys, it it's a routine fly ball. What are you guys yelling for? All right. Well, we have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for SSG as they look to add to their lead. Flipper back over. E.G. Young. See it 30 pitches or 31. Swing and a miss there. Oh, 29 pitches through 2 innings from Song Baek. 32 pitches in the first inning for Yun Jin. It's E.G. Young 0 for 2, 0 for 1 on the day, as that's going to be a ground ball through the left side. And there goes the 8-inning no hitter for Song Baek. That brings up the number 8 hitter, Jung Joon Jae, lined out into a double play back in the first. 0 for 1 on thy day. All right, here we go. Sets up on the inside, and he drops down the bunts, but goes foul. Jung Joon Jae, 221 on the season now after his lined double play. And Neil checks over on E.G. Young. E.G. Young, probably the one of the top 2 fastest catchers in the league. Little Real Munto, as the 0-1 is fouled into the hand of Che Jae-hoon. And have to wonder how long they are going to leave him in there. It looks like it went off the palm of his hand. It did hit the glove though. Wonder how many gloves he goes through in a in a season. Here comes the 0-2, sets up high, and that's going to be a little bloop into left field, and that's another base hit. 2 straight hits for SSG, and they've got runners on first and second with nobody out once again. Brings up Kim Sung-hyun. But not yet, as we're going to have another pitching change. Third pitcher for Hanwha coming up. As, this is going to be rough, ladies and gentlemen. A little scrolling while we wait for the next batter or next pitcher. Kim Jong-soo will come in for Hanwha. Hanwha already on to their third pitcher of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing in Kim Jong-soo, hoping to stop it before it gets out of hand. Again, trying to keep it at least somewhat manageable. 5-run game instead of getting its double digits like game 2 of the week, where Doosan just absolutely destroyed Hanum. All right. Kim Jong-soo, 347 on the season, ERA 3-5 with 3 holds, 42 games, 36 and a third innings. He, I believe he has pitched better as of late. Again, without being able to stream 6 days a week, I don't really get to follow that well. But he is, looks like he has pitched well in his last few games as that one misses up high, ball 1. Kim Sung-hyun struck out in his first at-bats at 225 on the season, 0 for 1 today. As he is going to try to put down a bunt, move the runners over into scoring position for the top of the lineup. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. And pulls the bunt back, but it's right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. All righty, the 1-1 pitch. And he pops the bunt up to the pitcher who... Wow. Excellent bunts once again, as the bunts pops up to the pitcher, and it's now 1 away and still a runner on first and seconds with now 1 out. That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. Well done, SSG, proving once again that KBO managers. And the 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2. Actually, I think I have a I think I got some sound effects for that. Let me try that again. The KBO managers. And another foul. It's hilarious when other teams do it, isn't it, Kiwi? All right, the 0-2 pitch. Sets up at the letters, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, spins to the shortstop, throws to first in time. And a beautiful 4-6-3 double play ends the inning. And we will go to the bottom of the fourth as they had runners on first and seconds, nobody outs. A crappy bunt and then a double play ends the threats. And if it was in any other league, it would end the manager's career. All right, maybe that is exactly what the old Eagles need. Maybe that is what the old Eagles need. To light a little fire under them. Surprising was the play to the left side. Wang Young Mook, Moon Yun Min, Jung Un Wan, Ido Yoon, and An Chi Hong all really. I would not say An Chi Hong struggles with the play to his left, but all of the young second basemen for Hanwha really struggle going to their lefts, going to the glove side at second base. But he was able to make that play and then spin around and throw to shortstop, who made a good throw over to first to get the speedy Che Ji Hoon. So Liberato will lead things off for Hanwha. Kim Kwon Yun obviously still out there. Just 35 pitches so far on the day for the left-hander. Maybe maybe Kim Jong-soo will take a spot in the rotation. And now Liberato looks to just strike one down the middle, 0-1. Liberato, a 5-4 ground out in his first at bats. Yeah, and the 0-1 into the dirts, 1-1. Yeah, another 1-1 just misses on the inside, and it's 2-1. What's up, NGNF? Hanging out in the vertical, I see. And here comes the 2-1, misses inside, and it's 3-1. Man, it's so hard to say. As 3-1 misses up high, ball 4. Again, Hanwha just doing their best to keep it close. SSG's manager making sure that Hanwha keeps it close by a crappy bunt. Moon Yun Bin. NGNF, I would wait for this next at bat. This will tell you. Moon Yun Bin gets on base, then definitely a possibility. But if he doesn't, then I would say no. As that catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Moon Yun Bin struck out in his first at bat, 0 for 1, average down to 319. And here comes the 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. Yeah, one, two, three, four, maybe. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he was way, way, way out in front of that changeup or that curveball. That was beautiful. All righty, that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman tosses to the shortstop, throws to first. And that's the answer in GNF. I would say no. For a 6-3 double play. And that brings up Noshiwan. Hanwha now 0 for 4 with runners on base. And that's a swing and a miss and 0-1. Oops, wrong side. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here's where Noshiwan shines. Nobody on base. As that misses way up high, 1-1. Noshiwan, and he is a solo home run gigantor. As that one is popped up. Second baseman under it, out in the outfield, and that's 3 away. It gave up a leadoff walk, but the double play races it, and we'll go to the 5th inning. 5-0 SSG. What I was trying to say was Noshiwan has 19 home runs on the season, and 12 of them have come via the solo variety. Only 47 pitches. 47 pitches from Kim Kwon-yeon at this point. Again, Yuan Jin started the game through 32 pitches and gave up 5 runs in the first. Hom Sung-baek came in after that. Wasn't able to get through the fourth. Gave up 2 hits to start the 4th inning. So 1 inning from Yuan Jin, 2 innings from Hom Sung-baek, and 1 inning from Kim Jong-soo. As he will come back out and face the number 2 hitter. Now, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah. Well, in GNF, Yuan Jin has a 3.07 ERA on the season, a 4.73 ERA against SSG, and a 3.47 home ERA. He is not good at home. Kim Kwon-yeon has a 4.01 ERA on the season, but 2.90 ERA on the road. So all things kind of pointed to a clunker. All right, top of the 5th inning here. Have An Sung Hyun on base as he lifts that one into the outfield, but the Liberato in front of the warning track makes the catch, and he is retired for the first time today. 1 pitch, 1 out, ladies and gentlemen. Just how you drew it up. All right, so Che Jung steps in, 1 for 2 on the day. RBI single and a run scored back in the first, and I fly out to center in the second. Sets up on the outside, and a first pitch is popped up right fielder under it. And 2 pitches, 2 outs. Kim Jong-soo saying, hey, I want to be a starter. Elsewhere, Lotte is put up 3 more to go up 5-2 against Kia, but LG scored 1 in the top of the third or seconds, and then Doosan scored in the bottom of the second. As Heredia lays off of that, but it is a strike on the outside of their corner. And then LG scored 1 in the top of the third, but then Doosan scored 1 in the bottom of the third. They are tied up at deuces. Heredia 0 for 1 on, or sorry, 2 for 1 or 1 for 2 on the day. A RBI double and a run scored in his first at bats, and then a very strange play back in the third where he grounded it to the third baseman. The home plate umpire called it fair. That one almost hit him in the elbow guard. The third base umpire, or the third base umpire, called it foul. So he didn't run, and then they threw him out at first. And here comes the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss there, 2-2. Righty, the 2-2, and time is called. Kim Jong-soo came in with a runner on first and second, nobody out, got a bunt pop fly back to him, and then a 4-6-3 double play, then 1 pitch fly out to center, a 1 pitch fly out to right. And here comes the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs to Heredia. And he lays off of it, runs the count full. Second full count for Heredia, the 4th full counts for SSG. 2 walks in the first count on the 2 full counts. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And he swing and a miss at ball 4. That will be the end of the 5th for SSG. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 5-0 SSG. Great outing for Kim Jong-soo. 5 up, 6 down. Second 1-2-3 inning for Hanwha. They will have Captain Silver Starfish leading things off. As this game is moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. But somehow it is not the quickest game. The LG Doosan game is bottom of the 5th with 1 out. And the Samsung KT game is 0-0 in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. They are flying. Arado, 5 innings, 57 pitches. So Hyung Jun, 5.2 innings with 91 pitches. They are now in the bottom of the 6th there. 5 total hits in that game with a walk. I almost did that game, but there was so much hype for this game that I had to do it. And then it's now turned into disappointment. All right, so Cheon Sung looks at the ball 1 low, 1-0. Chan Sung 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his first at bat to lead off the second inning. And the 1-1 is lifted up into foul territory as they would get into the cheer section. Kiwi would have caught that. And that misses up high. 2-1. Mary Kate's dream. Mary Kate, the real question is that's going to be a swing and a miss. Is how are you taking the news of your favorite cheerleader off the markets? And the 2-2 is going to be a ground ball right past the shortstop, and he'll be on base with a leadoff single. And the second hit for Hanwha. Eighth straight season. Yeah. Eighth straight season with a 100 hits for the old man. Hanwha 8-6. Okay. 25th player. And Kim Tae-yeon looks at to strike one down the middle. 1-0. Hanwha 0 for 4 so far today with runners on base. They have had the leadoff runner on base 3 of their 5 innings. As that is going to be lifted to right field and caught at the warning track. They are now 0 for 5 with the runners on base. $1.55. I can manage that. It's going to cost me more in fees to send it PayPal, though. All right, Wong Young Mook steps in and struck out in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. And that misses outside, ball 1. And a swing and a miss as he was way out in front of that changeup. And 1-1. Kiwi, did your little cooling patch work? As the 1-1 is a slapped foul, and it's 1-2. I have some Hanwha ones in my Hanwha summer. Where is it? I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Oop, right there. The Hanwha Summer Edition cooler. And here comes the 1-2 slapped foul. It stays 1-2. Yeah, some cooling patches and some reusable ice cubes. No, that doesn't mean it's just water that you refreeze. All right, the 1-2 pitch misses way up high. 2-2. And he rolls over that, but it'll get foul. And Wang Yangmook, he will strike out plenty, but he does work his counts. And Doosan just pooped themselves again. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And the ground ball pitcher grabs it, underhand toss. Does move the runner over, but through 2 away now. As Hanwha finally gets a runner in scoring position. All right, the brick wall. Did he get hurt coming off the mound? So he just kind of looked awkward coming off the mound. A little underhand toss. But give him a little time. He had to run all the way halfway to first base from the pitcher's mound. So, pitchers are athletes, is what they say. I'm not a pitcher, so I wouldn't know. As Che Jae-hoon looks at strike one on the outside, 0-1. Che Jae-hoon also 0-1 on the day. A 6-3 ground out to lead off the third inning. And the 0-1 is lifted. Will it get foul? It will. Lands in the cheer section once again, but it's 0-2 now. Give it to the baby. No, give it to the baby. Give it to the kid. What are you doing? Why would the cheerleader give it to the old guy that's standing next to the guy with the telephoto zoom lens? Instead of the kid. Ay, ay, ay. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch in the dirts, and it's 1-2. Maybe. He looked old enough that he might not have ever been a child. As that is 2-2. And another 2-2 pitch that's going to be rolled over. Shortstop scoops it up, throws, and that's will be out. Number 3 is once again they go 0 for 3. Thank you, the can man. 0 for 3 with runners on base. They are now 0 for 7 with runners on base and 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. We'll take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in just a few. I will say this: the break is longer at this time. It's about 3 minutes now instead of the regular 2 minutes. So. runs from the bullpens in the KBO. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it could happen because Hanwha 3 runs most likely. The only thing I would have against the 3 possible runs is the fact that both of these offensives suck. But Go Myung Jun, oops, wrong one. Go Myung Jun leads things off. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Go Myung Jun 0 for 1 on the day, walked and scored a run in his first inning and struck out in his last. So, yeah, 3 runs possible. If it was better offenses, I would say guaranteed. But yeah, these offenses suck. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there. It's 1-2. Kim Jong-soo came in again. Runners on first and seconds. Nobody outs. As SSG up 5 decides that they need to bunt to score 1 run for some stupid reason. As the 1-2 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball through the left side, and that's will be the start of what Chris needs, ladies and gentlemen. Second time he has been on base today. So again, not too bad. Kenny, how have you been? How's life down south? How was the daughter's birthday? Yes, the first pitch is almost over the head of the catcher, but he is able to throw the glove up there and make the catch as his helmet came off. Again, Sung Baek started the second inning. He pitched 2 innings and then ran into problems starting his third inning. Kim Jong-soo pitched 2 innings, and now he's running into some problems in his third inning. We'll see if it does the same, as that one is way up high. As he is almost throwing it out of the stadium. The pitches are so bad. There you go. Now you got to find a koi fish cartoon for her to watch. All righty, here we go. As a check over at first, he's back in there. And a swing and a miss there. It's 2-1 now. Yeah, Lotte is up 6-3 right now, too. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at ball 3, and it's 2-2. Kim Song-uk again, 1 for 2 on the day, but again, that's huge bases clearing double to put them up 5-0. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. That is going to be ripped. That is going to be trouble, as that's going to. Okay, it is a fair ball. You can't see in this stadium, as that's going to put a run on second and third with nobody outs. As he comes up with another double, ladies and gentlemen, another double. Runners now on the second and third. Yuhan Jen was the starter. He went 1 inning, 32 pitches, and gave up 5 runs. He gave up 5 runs before he got an out. All right, brings up E.G. Young. Runners on second and third. They bring the infield in. And the ball almost goes over the catcher's head again. So, again, Yun Jin, first inning, gave up 5 runs and 4 hits with 2 walks before he got an out. And then they brought in Om Sung Baek, second inning. He did okay, as he is going to come out and talk to him here. Again, he's thrown 25 pitches, which is a lot for him. So, through Om Sung Baek came out, gave up a walk in the second inning, but they're going to have another pitching change here, it looks like, as he is bringing a ball out here. So both relief pitchers have come in, pitched well for 2 innings, came back out for the third inning, and put the first 2 runners on base. So Om Sung Baek, second inning, ended up walking 1 guy, but got 3 outs with no damage. And then the third inning came out, and a 1-2-3 inning. Then the fourth inning, he came back out, gave up a leadoff single to E.G. Young, who's up now, and a single to Jung Jun Jae. Runners on first and seconds, nobody outs. So they went back to the bullpen. SSG's manager, following the footsteps of every other stupid manager in the KBO, decides first and seconds they're going to bunt. The number 9 hitter actually bunts a pop up to the pitcher, and then the next batter grounds into a 4-6-3 inning double play. So runners on first and seconds and nobody outs. The Eagles have been doing what I've been waiting for them to do, and that's to run into issues with pitching, because their pitchers have been run so hard so far. But I mean, they still have a 4-game lead, so it's not a huge thing, I would say. Although LG and Lotte are both winning right now, so Kim Bum Soo out on the mound now. The left-hander bringing in the lefty to face the righty, but all right. E.G. on base or in the dugout. LG fan. LG's up 3-2 right now. And here comes the 1-0 is fouled away. Way out in front of that is again, that's his first pitch, but it is a 1-1 count as Kim Jong-soo came out. Yeah, definitely. And again, LG is 4 games back, but they're not healthy yet, as that one is lifted up into the air. Center fielder Liberato will come in, and he will tag up and not easily score, but he will come in to score. And not only that, the runner moves up to third, as Liberato didn't really get hard into that. He kind of caught it without running in towards it. I'm actually really surprised. He definitely didn't go early. Ha Saw playing behind home, as that's one of the runs that Chris needs. Looks like Ha Saw is in there at home plates now, or in there to catch. Yep, easily in there, safe. So not only is he safe, but Kim Sung-wook was able to tag up and move to third as Hanwha once again loses a challenge. They are the worst, and it's not even close how bad they are compared to the rest of the league. I think they have something like an 18% success rates or overturn rates, I should say. Is Jung Joon Jae now 1 out steps in as that misses low. Yeah, but like what was crazy is like he didn't really like Liberato didn't get behind that throw. He caught it almost flat footed, like he was trying to do some Bo Jackson stuff. As here comes the 1-0, and that's chopped into his foot, and it's now 1-1. But yeah, Hanwha is going to have some issues next week. Well, they've got uh, Samsung and Kia. LG has KT and Samsung. As the 1-1 pitch is outside, ball 2-1. The thing for Hanwha is they do get to play Samsung in Daejeon versus LG that has to play Samsung in Daegu. As that misses, and now it's 3-1. So obviously, playing Samsung away from that stadium is always a good thing, as they're a completely different team. And that's going to be a old day for All right. Looks like we do have some changes. Che Jae-hoon is out. Again, that was Ha In-seo back behind the plate. But that's going to be a ground ball. Gets just foul, runs the count full, 3-2. But the runner that scored was not Go Myung Jun. It actually, they pinch ran Ote Gon, and it paid off. As Ote Gon has plenty of speed, so I'm sure he will take over at first base. SSG channeling their 1970s workout attire, as that's going to walk it. He will be on base for the second time today. And but now they've got the double play in order, ladies and gentlemen. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Jung Joon Jae has plenty of speed as he looks up at Cheon Sung. On third is Kim Sung-wook, who also has plenty of speed. All right, Kim Sung-hyun looks at strike one, 0-1. And here we go. The 0-1 pitch just sets up right down the middle and checks over on Jung Joon Jae, almost throws it away. Yeah, it is not fun to be outside anymore. And the 0-1, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Kim Bum-soo definitely has the ability to get out of this. Yeah, 0-2 counts. Do you send the runner? I don't really know how good Ha In-seo is behind the plates. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. Checks over on the runner again. Easily back. And the 0-2 misses outside. Jung-Joon Jae is easily in there, and that's going to score another run as the throw goes into center field. Oh, wow, he didn't go. Oh, my Lord, he didn't go. Oh, okay, he did go. I was I was confused because the score didn't change, and on top of that, the it still showed that it was a runner on third. So a run scores there, and that's yeah. I was like, what? How do you not go when the throw from the catcher goes into center field? But that misses outside, and now it's 2-2. Chris is one run away from what he needs. As this game is about to get out of hand for Hanwha. Just 1 ounce runner on second will score on a single. Already making sure that the cheers are loud enough. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball off the glove of Wong Young Mook, and that's going to score a run. And Chris can celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. Chris can celebrate as that is now 8-0. That it should go as a. Will that be an infield single or will that be an air? It should be an air in any other league except for this one. No, I think that'll be an infield. I think that'll be a single. Closed his eyes instead of watching it into his glove. As that flips the lineup back over. Che Ji-hoon, 266 on the season, 1 for 3 on the day. And he fouls that one away, 0-2. Still just 1 out. As they've put a 3 spot up, and this is probably the points where Hanwha decides that they're going to get their main guys a little bit of a rest. It will be another good pitching matchup on paper tomorrow. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss, and that's 2 away. As the apartment song is going, but it's on the third base side and not the first base side. All right, Han Sang-hyun steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. A walk and run scored in his first at bat, a walk in his second at bats, and a fly out to center field to lead off the last inning as he goes around. Yeah, and it's 0-1. Kiwi, at least you can start your Saturday nights early. You don't need to watch this. And the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Kenny, what is the temperature in Busan? Yep, just got them right where you want them. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 on a beautiful curveball from Kim Bum Soo. Now here comes the fastball, blowing it past him. And a swing and a miss in the dirts. Throws to first, grabs it, steps on the bag. And 2 strikeouts, but Hanwha gives up another 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-0. SSG. Trying to see what that was. Yeah, they did give him an infield hit, but there is an error on Hanwha's catcher. Nope, not 2. Should be 2, but it's not. There we go. I think everything is set up right. All right, there we go. We're all set now. Elsewhere around the league, Lotte and Kia, bottom of the 5th. Just now starting the bottom of the 5th as Lotte is doing their best to make sure that everybody has heat stroke in Busan. But Lotte's up 6-3 against Kia. LG and Doosan. LG has taken the lead back in the top of the 6th. They're up 3-2 with a runner on first and 1 outs. Then Samsung has finally taken the lead 3-0 against KT. As that game is now in the bottom of the 8th already. And then Kium added another one to go up 6-4 against the NC. They're in the top of the 7th. All right, Kim Kwon-hyun out on the mound is still just 66 pitches through 5 innings. He has not really had too much to worry about all day. And Shimu Jun will lead things off. Over at first is Otagon. He stays in after the tag up and run scored. And the 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Shimu Jun flew out to left field in his first at bats. Yes, here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is going to be a single over the jumping at Jung Jun Jae. And again, Hanwha has the leadoff runner on. Right where you want them, Kiwi. Right where you want them. If Jung Jun Jae ever hit his growth spurt, he probably would have caught that. All right, Eugene Young steps in now, 273 on the season, 1 for 2 on the day, and that is fouled away. All in one. Worth noting, Kim Kwon-hyun in the 6th inning. Opponents hit 391 against them, ladies and gentlemen. 391 is what opponents are hitting against Kim Kwon-hyun in the 6th inning. As the 0-1 check swing, but fouls that one away. He definitely holds the L up, but he looks like it's got a piece anyway. Oops, wrong side. Don't know if that hit the handle of the bats or what. And that is going to be another single into left field, and the 6th inning struggles continue for Kim Kwon-hyun. That brings up Liberato, right where Hanwha wants them, ladies and gentlemen, down by 8. as they make their way out onto the mound. Little coaching amount, pitching coach visits. What is the point of that jacket? Did anybody else notice that the jacket that the pitching coach is wearing is probably the dumbest looking thing I've ever seen in my life? I have no like I have no idea what the purpose of that design is unless it's for women, uh, pregnant or nursing women. That is outside of ball one. What I mean by that is, so normally you got a collar up here. So it had a zipper that started here and went like halfway down. The zipper didn't even start at the top, it was in the middle. All right. So the 1-0 to Liberato as he fouls that one, gets out of play. 1-1 now. Liberato 0 for 1 on the day. Hitting 383 with runners in scoring on the season, 550 with runners in scoring position. All three of his home runs have come with runners in scoring position. And here comes the 1-1, and that's going to be a single right back up the middle. And now Hanwha's got the bases loaded. That's got to be it for him. Again, 391 coming into this game are what opponents are hitting against Kim Kwon-hyun in the 6th inning. Iwan Suk pinch hitting for Mr. Clutch. All right, Moon Yun Bin steps in now. A chance to put Hanwha up on the board. 318 on the season and almost hits him there. And that's ball one, 1-0. Hitting 357 in his career with the bases loaded. And that's going to be a ground ball past the diving second baseman. 1 run is in. And Hanwha is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. And they've still got the bases loaded. Well, Yuan Jin gave up 5 runs before he recorded an out, is what happened. But they're ready to make their comeback. All right, and No Shiwan steps in. And that's going to be a ground ball. 6-4-3 double play. I didn't even get a chance to say it, as No Shiwan is a king of double plays. What did I say? What did I say earlier, Kiwi, when we were messaging? 3 a 3 outcome guy, not a 2 outcome guy. Just because you get to count the double plays as another outcome. I was trying to. Nope, he's 3rd in the league. 3rd in the league in double plays. It's because he's so off balance when he ends up as that's in there for a strike on the outside, 0-1. So Hanwha does get another run on the double play. Yeah, I mean he's so off balance because he's trying to hit home runs constantly. Not soon enough for Hanwha. As here comes the 0-1, and that is going to be lifted, but foul. Oops, wrong side. Hanwha's better off just letting him go there in free agency and getting another player in return. As Kim Kwon Hyun, that's going to be rolled over. Third baseman grabs it, throws to first in time, and bases loaded and nobody outs, and they get 2 runs. One an RBI single by Mr. Clutch himself, and the other on a double play by Mr. Double Play himself. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's 8-2 SSG. Well, at least they finally got some hits with runners in scoring position or runners on base, so there's always that. So who will be coming in for Hanwha? Jungwoo Ju, I guess. I'm gonna guess. That's I'm gonna guess is gonna be it for Kim Kwon Hyun. 81 pitches through 6 innings. Are they gonna leave Kim Bum Soo out there for a second inning? There's no way they could possibly think that that's a good idea. SSG will have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up to face whoever is pitching. There's no way it's. Oh, wow. Kim Bum Soo for a second inning. Wow. That is a floater in there. The dirt, that is. And it's 1-0. 22 pitches for Kim Bum Soo. As the 1-0 misses outside at 2-0. Interesting decision here is Kim Bum Soo. 21 pitches. As, that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. That is lifted way foul. We're almost at the same spot that the other one was, and it's 2-2 now. Very, very surprised that they sending Kim Bum Soo out there for a second inning. They got Jungwoo Ju, Jo Dong Wook, Ju Hyun Song. They could all come in and pitch. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. All right, already steps in 1 for 2 or 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his last at bats. double and an RBI in his first. Also came around to score, and that's up high, ball one. And then a 5-3 ground out. That was that extremely weird. Nobody still understands what the heck just happened on that. And then a strikeouts. 2 full counts for him, though. Yes, here comes the 1-0 pitch. That is a foul away as he took a huge cut there. Yeah, another 1-1. That's a broken bats, but it's foul. Third base umpire calls it foul again. Did he ask him if it was fair? I thought I saw a motion from Heredia that was like, "Hey, are you sure that's not fair?" All right, he's got a new piece of wood. See if it's got any hits in it, ladies and gentlemen. And the 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Apparently, it doesn't. 4 straight strikeouts for Kim Bum Soo. That brings up the number 5 hitter, Ote Gone. As elsewhere in the league, Doosan has tied it up in the bottom of the 7th. They've got runners on first and second with just 1 out. For those of you Hanwha fans of watching the old scoreboards, there's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Otegon at 211 on the season. He did score the first run back in the 6th inning after he was pinch running for Go Myung Jun. Is that's misses low, and it's 1-1. 32 pitches now for Kim Bum Soo. That's got to be his high on the season. Yes, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be a single into the gap. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That brings up the number 6 hitter, Kim Song-wook, who's had 2 big doubles. And misses outside. Ball 1-0. 34 pitches now for the left-hander. And barely gets a stitch on the bottom of the zone. Well, it definitely was not a strike last year. Kim Song-wook, bases clearing, a double in the 1st inning, a double in the 2nd, and that is a awful throw. As he is going to be on second base now. Couldn't get it out of his glove. Like I can't get it out of my mouth here. Is that is going to put a runner in scoring position. 3-1. Kim In Saw has given up 2 stolen bases already. Where's Mary Kate? Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That's going to walk him. He is on base for the 3rd time today, ladies and gentlemen. You got to think, how long is he going to leave Kim Bum Soo out there? 38 pitches for a guy that usually only pitches to 1 or 2 batters. He started last inning facing E.G. Young. E.G. Young hit a sacrifice fly to center field. 0 for 1 or 1 for 2 on the day. And he fouls that one away. 39 pitches. Kiwi, do you remember Kim Bum Soo ever throwing this many pitches? Do you remember him ever coming out for a 2nd inning? That's way outside. 1-1. I saw no batting glove, no fielder's glove there. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Wang Young Mook grabs it, underhand toss to Shimu Jun. And that's will end the inning. They get a single, a walk, but nothing will go to the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, I don't remember any in the last, couple years. Well, actually, the guy that was in the dugout, running the dugout before the Nepo baby, uh, definitely sent him out there for a couple innings multiple times, which is why he basically was ruined. Let's see. All right, it's Kim Mean out on the mound now, as that will be it for Kim Guan Hyun. 3.99 ERA on the season. So he is the one that came to SSG. Is SSG sent on Suck to KT. Kim Tae-yeon will greet him, ladies and gentlemen. The number 6 hitter, Kim Tae-yeon, 0 for 2 on the day, looks at ball 1 up high. Oops, wrong side. 1 and 0. Kim Tae-yeon lined out to right in his last at bats, flew out to right in his first, and that's way outside again. 2-0. Sorry, I think I fixed it now. So the shot was a hard grounder to third baseman. It hit off of his glove, bounced up into the air. He recovered and threw it to first. He was called safe on the field. There, he is safe on the field. It didn't look like he didn't beat out the throw, but the first baseman didn't have complete control of the ball, and that's why he's going to be on first base. So the third baseman closed his glove before he could finish fielding it. Kim Tae-yeon is watching it instead of running down the line hard. Again, more lazy efforts from the Hanwha hitters. But once again, they've got another runner on first as Kim Min grabs it, throws it to first, and that's going to be on away. Wang Young-mook chops it back to the pitcher. I'm still waiting to see if that is a if they give him an infield single or not. But again, Hanwha has had so many runners on base to start these innings. Yet they just can't do anything once they get runners on. So they do give him an infield single there. As that's in there for a strike right down the middle, 0-1. So they had the leadoff batter on in the first. They had the leadoff batter in the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. And again here in the seventh. So 5 of the 7 innings, they've had the leadoff batter on base. As the 0-1 is swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. But they are 3 for 12 with runners on base. They are 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They've only had singles though. Yeah, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch way outside of the zone, and that's 2 away. And that brings up as Shimu Jun, 1 for 2 on the day. He scored the first run for Hanwha just last inning, led off the inning with a single, came around to score on the Moon Hyun Min RBI single. And now that's in there for a strike. 0-1. Oh, Samsung put KT away. And the 0-1 pitch, that's going to be fouled into the dirt, and it's 0-2. Samsung put up 8 runs, put up 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 8 in the 9th. And then the 0-2 pitch, that's going to be lifted into the air. A left fielder over and under it, though. And that's 3 away. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 8-2 SSG. Again, another leadoff batter on base for Hanwha, but again, 0 for 3 after it. Now 3 for 15 with runners on base. And even worse news for that is the fact that LG's up 6, or sorry, Lotte is up 6-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they've got runners on first and third. What did he get thrown out for? And then on top of that, LG, they gave up the lead in the bottom of the 7th. And then Doosan had runners on base with 1 out, but now they've added a RBI double from Kim Hyun Soo to give them the lead back. Obstruction at first base on the bunt, I'm going to guess. Ah. All right, so Wee's be back. No way. Oh, my Lord. Kiwi, tell me you've never seen this. Kim Bum Soo out for a third inning, ladies and gentlemen. As that's a swing and a miss, 0-1. Yeah, I don't know, Kiwi. I don't think you were in Korea when when Kim Bum Soo was a starter. As that's a swing and a miss, and that's 0-2. Needless to say, it did not go well. All right, the 0-2 pitch way low, and it's ball one, 1-2. Jung Joon Jae, 1 for 2 on the day. And he has single, a walk, or stolen base, or run scored, and that's going to be slapped into left field. And he is on base for the third time today. Wow. All right. Kim Sung Hyun steps in now, 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at strike one down the middle. RBI single in his last at bats, a strikeout, and a pop up bunt to the pitcher. With runners on first and second and nobody out back in the fourth. All righty, here we go. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, but he's going to check over on Jung Joon Jae over at first. And he already has one stolen base. Ha Saw is not made a good throw yet to get anybody that's been stealing bases. 0 for 2 on the day is Ha Saw, as that is in the dirts, and 1-1. Kim Bum Soo going to throw 50 pitches here. No, the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a chopper. Shortstop grabs it, throws to second, safe. Tried to make the throw over to second base, but Jung Joon Jae moving quickly, and I think he was easily in there. They called him safe. Hanwha will challenge it, or I talked about it earlier. Hanwha, the worst in the league on challenges. The Hanwha manager still hasn't figured out how to use electronics yet. He still relies on messages via Telegram and singing Telegram. Definitely looks safe. Yeah, he's easily safe. As that will go down as a fielder's choice, and Hanwha once again loses a challenge. He's, I believe, he might be trying to set a record for the lowest challenge percentage of reversal. As Che Ji Hoon looks at ball one on the inside, 1-0. Maybe he's just so old that he hates replay, so he tries to lose them all. I don't know. There's got to be a reason why you're that bad at it. As the 1-0 is turned on, and that's going to drop in front of the right fielder. And they've now got the bases loaded, and that's going to be a bad throw, but out at home. So Che Ji Hoon with a single. The throw was a bad throw, and Kim Bum Soo was able to throw him out at home. So again, a drop it drops in front of Che Ji Hoon. The throw home, uh, misplayed by the catcher. The catcher gets back and slide again. The catcher is setting up way behind home plate. He's safe. It looked like he might be safe, but in the meantime, we're gonna have a pitching change. Kim Bum Soo threw 50 pitches. It looked like he might have gotten the glove in again. Hawaiian saw and the same thing that happened on the Eugene Young sacrifice fly. Hawaiian Sun is setting up not in front of the plate, not next to the plate. He's setting up behind the plates, like almost in his, like in the catcher's box, back behind the plates. Like I think they did just get him out, but that is some really bad setup by the catcher. 9-3 Lotte. I'm still waiting to find out who's coming in. It has to be Jungwoo Ju, I would think. All right. Yep, Jungwoo Ju coming in now. All right. So we've got runners on first and third, and the number two hitter, An Sung Hyun, stepping up. So one out, and that misses up high. Ball one, no 1-0. Jungwoo Ju on the season has had his struggles. He's pitched really well, and then he's also pitched really bad. He has pitched better as of late. His swing and a miss there, 1-1. Last outing he had was on the 23rd. I assume that's the second game of the week. 2 innings, 8 batters, 2 hits, and a walk. So on the season, opponents only hitting 190 against him, but a whip of 1.17 and an ERA of 4.28. As the 1-1, a swing and a miss, 153 on the gun there. And second pick in last year's draft, a hard thrower. They finally got everybody back. I saw they got Yoon Dong Hee back, as the 1-2 is fouled away into the second deck. Stays 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch outside at 2-2. 155 as the announcers cream themselves with a 155-kilometer-an-hour ball. Alrighty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Che Ji-hoon on a first. As that misses inside or runs the count full, 3-2. The 3-2 counts. That is lifted into the air. That is going to keep going, but right at Liberado's glove at the warning track. And that will score a run, though, as the sacrifice fly to the outfield makes it 9-2. Che Ji-hoon still at first base. 2 away now as Che Jung now steps in. And that misses outside of 1-0. And sounds like it broke his bats there. And I think he had to get a new bats, I believe. All right, 1-1. Hawin So sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss as he blows it past him at 154. Gonna go upstairs. Lays off of it. 2-2. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside once again. And that's going to be a single right back up the middle. Is a second hit on the day for him. And just like that, they've got runners on first and second again. That'll be it for him as he will come out of the game. They'll have a pinch runner for the old man. Rings up Heredia. Park Ji-won will take over on the mount on the second base. Oh, sorry, no. What? Right, Park Ji-won. All right, as Heredia looks at a ball there. I'm still waiting for them to officially tell me who's over there. And a swing and a miss there. Got him way out in front of that one. 1-1 now. All right, the 1-1 pitch coming up and outside at 2-1. 154 on the gun for a ball 2. 15 pitches now for him. Still waiting to find out who's on second or on first base. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. Pops him up. Shortstop under it. And that's 3 away. And they get another one on 2 hits, a sacrifice, and a fielder's choice. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-2 SSG. Still waiting to find out who is running for Che Jones. Yeah, talk to you on. Troy, that's probably not going to happen. He will get one more at bats, though, as Hanwha will lead off with top of the lineup. Yeah, I mean, he is 0 for 3 on the day. He has been up with a runner on first and 2 outs, and he's been up with bases loaded and nobody outs. And he has flied out and hit into a double play. So not gonna look good for your Noshiwan. All right, it's out on the mound is Pak Shi-hu, 3.05 ERA, 4-1 on the season. Taking over as they bring out the lefty here to face Ejin Young, Liberato, and Moon Yun Min. So a couple changes. As that is a fouled away. 0-1. All right, trying to get my stats all updated. All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. 0-2. Eugene Young, 2 for 3 on the day. A single in his first at bats was erased on a ground out, a 6-3 ground out, and then a single and a run scored back in the 6th inning. So here comes the 0-2 pitch, pops him up. Catcher flips off the mask, going over to the. As it, I think it hit the translator or somebody. It hit somebody not in uniform. I don't know who that is. Yeah, he's in partial uniform as he's got on pants. I have no idea who that is, but anyway, files that away and it keeps it at 0-2. Yeah, now the 0-2 is grounded to the third baseman, throws across the diamond, and that's 1 away. Kim Chong-hyun took over at third base and made that play. And Liberato, first pitch, lifts it up. A third baseman at the mound and makes the play. And 2 away. Pak Chan Hyung quickly comes out, quickly gets tested. Moon Hyun Bin now steps up. Well, Troy, if it gives you any hope, you hope for Moon Hyun Bin to get out here. As that's a foul into the catcher's foots because No Shiwan would lead off the next inning. And again, I talked about it earlier. 12 of his 19 home runs have been solo shots. Only other choice would be Moon Hyun Bin to hit a solo shot, and then directly behind him, another solo shots by No Shiwan. Moon Hyun Bin 1 for 3 on the day. A strikeout in his first, 4.63, a double play in his second, and then an RBI single just back in the sixth inning. As the 0-1 in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Can't tell if she is super sweaty or if that is her makeup that makes her so shiny. As, the 1-1 is going to ground ball through the left side, and he is going to be on base for the second time today. That brings up a No Shiwan with runners on base once again. All right, No Shiwan. Here's his last at bat, Troy. And the first pitch is up high, ball one. 0 for 3 on the day, 233 on the season. Again, fly out to right in his first at bats, popped up to the second baseman in his second, and a 6-4-3 a ground out in his third. As the 1-0 is ripped foul, 1-1. What happens if he walks and scores a run? As here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one away, 1-2. Doosan just left 2 runners on in the bottom of the 8th now. Top of the 8th there, LG's up 4-3. Lotte and Kia 9-3 in the top of the 7th. Samsung won 11-0. So yep. Here you go, the 1-2 pitch in the dirts, 2-2. So a 2-run homer here would make Troy happy. All right, here we go. The 2-2 counts. Troy's day waiting on this pitch. And the 2-2 swing and a miss, and that's will be it for Troy. That'll be it for No Shiwan. I live in Korea. As that is a swing and a miss. End of the inning for Hanwha. We'll go to the 9th inning. It's 9-2 SSG. Bum, bum. Once again, Hanwha with another chance with a runner on base, and they go 3 for 16 with runners on base. 3 for 16. But yeah, Troy, I live in Korea. I've lived in Korea since 2014. The bad news of Noshiwan not doing well. All right. Yeah, Troy, I was actually a Hanwha season ticket holder since 2018. I live a few blocks from Hanwha Stadium, but I have given up my fandom. I've turned it over to Big Kiwi. Kiwi is now the resident foreigner in the outfield, or foreigner in the cheer section. Oh, we'll see who comes out. The Liberado's done. Iwan Suk is in second. Shimu Ju is done. Number 16 moves over. No Shiwan is done. Ito Yun. Yeah, as long as you're not trying to retire on one day. All right, to top of the ninth inning now. So lots of changes out there on defense for Hanwha. Again, center fielder is done. Jung Woo Ju stays out there. Center fielder Liberato is done. Iwan Suk takes over. Nobody's going to be able to hear his cheer song. Shortstop, sorry, the shortstop is now a resident soju dealer. And third base is Ito Yun. As Otegon looks at strike three. That brings up. No, I got to do this game. This is what everybody voted for, but I can keep you updated on the other one. Is that's in there for a strike and it's 0-1. Oh, Kim Song Wook. Kim Song Wook 3 for 4 on the day as he looks at a strike one now, 0-2. A base is clearing a double and a double with a run scored. As that is outside of ball one. I don't. I live in Korea, so I actually watch live. But you can watch live if you go to just a sec, a swing and a miss there, strike three, and now two away. If you go to souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com, you can actually watch live whichever game. That's the official, the official international broadcast of the KBO. So it looks like a Shinbom Su is coming up to bat to 217 on the season. Oh, Shinbom Su. Oh, the game is runner on seconds with 1 out for NC. Is a swing and a miss there, and it's a 1-2 here. 1-2 counts. Pak Minu is up. And now the 1-1 pitch is slapped foul out of play, and it's now 1-2. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside, a swing and a miss as he strikes out the side. And we will go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for Hanwha. They are down 9-2. All right, Hanwha will have 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up as they need to bat around, basically. They've got to send at least 8 up to the plates. All right. Still not seeing any updates on that's a game. Pak Minu just walked it off for you nicely. 2-run shots in the bottom of the ninth to give NC the 8-6 victory. So NC walks it off with a Pak Minu with 2-run shots. And that game is over nicely. I hope you had NC because they just ended it. That is why I wasn't getting any updates. All right, so we've got the bottom of the ninth here. Big first inning and a sixth inning. Bottom of the ninth, it's going to be Captain Silver Starfish leading things off for Hanwha. All right. Jung Young Jun steps in a 398 on the season as you will be tasked with not blowing this game. Yeah, and then the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And fouled away, 0-2. All righty, here we go. Nope, we're gonna have a time is called. Cheyenne Song, here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and he does get a piece of it, and it stays 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch is going to be slapped. That's going to be fair. It's going to get inside the first base bag, and it's going to go into the corner. Cheyenne Sung rounding first, and he will be on base with a leadoff double. And again, Hanwha has the leadoff runner on base. This has not been a problem for them. It's once they get a runner on base is the issue. Again, 3 for 16 on the day with runners on base. They have had the leadoff runner on base almost every single inning. First inning, leadoff single. Second inning, or third inning, fourth inning, leadoff walk. Fifth inning, leadoff single. Sixth inning, leadoff single. Seventh inning, leadoff single. Ninth inning, leadoff double as Kim Tae-yeon looks at ball one. And that is fouled away, 1-1. Ryun Jin on the hook for the loss. 32 pitches in the first inning, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 runs, all of them of the earned variety. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. And LG is 1 out away from taking a second straight game against Doosan. And they get it on a flyout. So LG gets the 4-3 win as that misses outside at 2-1. So earliest game, Samsung wins 11-0 against KT. NC walks it off with a 2-run shot by Pak Minu, wins 8-6. LG gets the lead, gives it up, gets the lead, gives it up, gets the lead, gives it up, gets the lead, but is able to hold on and win 4-3. So the only other two games are not really close. This one down to 9-2 here in the bottom of the seconds or bottom of the ninth. In the other game, Lotte's up 9-3 in the bottom of the seventh. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a shot into center field. It's going to drop down. And he is on base for the second time today. They've now got runners on the corner with nobody out for the number 7 hitter, Wang Young Mook. Game is never over, ladies and gentlemen. The game is never, ever, ever over. 안녕하세요. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 밤바다 제32 기동사단. And here we go, the 0-1 pitch. And that's a strike on the outside corner as Wang Young Mook looks at it, and now it's 0-2. 아, 원봉선? 네, 근데 제가 보는데, 근데 0-0. As that is fouled away. He just gets a piece of it. 아, 94 타구수? 이 안타 2개? 네. 근데 2-1-8, as that's the throw to second base and then to first in time. I think he might have been off the bag, as that is definitely going to be a 6-4 putout. Hanwha does score at least one. Whether it's going to be 1 out or 2 is the question. Actually, no, it's definitely going to be 2 outs because Hanwha has no reviews left. So the 6-4-3 double play. Again, it looked like he beat it. It looked like his foot was off the bag, but it doesn't matter because Hanwha doesn't have any challenges left. As Heinz steps in now. 0-for-1 on the day. Struck out in his only at-bats. And fouls that one away. It's 0-2. 그래서 대구에 살아요? 근데 다른 도시에 살아요. Alrighty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sets up way up high, and he fouls it away, even though it was up at his neck. And we'll have another 0-2 count. 아, 대전에 살아요? 근데 왜 그 샘성 팬이에요? And the 0-2 swing and a miss, and that's will end the game. as Hanwha gets one, but they fall 6 short as we are over here. Basically, it was the difference in scoring whenever or hitting whenever. Ah, 네, 그때 샘성 그, 그 원태인 아이콘 있어요? 그 프로파일 사진이 잘 못 보여. 네, 저도 대전했어요. All right, ladies and gentlemen, SSG gets a huge win. This was billed up as like a huge, huge game between Kim Kwang-hyun and Yuan Jin. 네, 너무 감사합니다. 감사합니다. I can't see who that is, but thank you, thank you. 네, 제가 중구청 근처에 살아요. 그래서 야구장 근처에 살아요. So Hanwha, difficult loss for them. It is going to be a huge, huge loss for them actually, as SSG jumped out early. Yuanjin extremely, extremely difficult day. Started off the game, Che Ji-hoon a single, then a walk to Ang Sung-hyun, then a RBI single by Che Jung, then a RBI double by Heredia, a walk by Go Myung-jun, and that brought up Kim Sung-wook. 네, 내일 White Day 아마 White Day 문동주. 근데 내일 저는 삼성 대 KT 경기 중계 방송해요. All right. So then the big blow was Kim Sung-wook. Kim Sung-wook, bases loaded, comes up, hits a double, clears the bases. That puts them up 5-0. Obviously, that was all they really needed. They added 3 more in the 6th inning: a single, a double, a sacrifice fly, a walk, a single. Put those 3 more up, and then a late run on a single, a fielder's choice, and another single. Didn't score, but they got thrown out at home on a bad throw. But they were able to get a sacrifice fly to put them up a 9 at the time, 9-2. Hanwha, they had a huge chance in the 6th inning. Leadoff single by Shim Woo-jun, and then a single by Lee Jin-young, then a single by Liberato, then a single RBI single by Moon Hyun-bin. Leaves the bases loaded for the number 4 hitter coming up. But No Shiwan did what he's done so many times on the season and grounds into a 6-4-3 double play, pretty much ruining any momentum that they possibly had at the time. And then that did score their 2nd run. Cheon Sung ends up hitting into a 5-3 ground out to end that inning. That was the only inning that they had any hits with runners on base until the 2nd inning, or until the 9th inning, when Kim Tae-yeon came up with a single. But again, another double play, a 6-4-3 double play by Wang Young-mook ends that threat at all. Another run scores there. So they got 3 runs. 2 of them were on double plays, though. So it is, they scored 3 runs. SSG hit doubles. They hit whenever they had runners on base. I don't have all of their stats, just because the last 2 innings I didn't keep very close to it. But up until through the 7th inning, they had 6 hits with runners on base, and they had 4 hits with runners in scoring position. So really, that was the difference. Obviously, the biggest difference was Kim Kwang-hyun with a quality start. He ends up going 6 innings, 81 pitches, 55 for strikes, 6 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 2 runs, both of them earned. The bullpen for SSG pitched well. Hanwha's bullpen did not pitch well. Sung-baek came in, pitched 2 good innings, and then came back out for the 3rd inning, ran into a bunch of troubles. Then Kim Jong-soo came in, pitched well, pitched clean for the first 2 innings, came back out for the 3rd inning, then gave up 2 runs. Then Kim Bum-soo or sorry, Om Sung-baek did not give up runs because of bad bunting, but then Kim Jong-soo ran into the problem. Then the same thing with Kim Bum-soo, brought out for another third inning, but again, doesn't pitch well in that third inning, gives up 2 runs, one of them earned. Jung Woo-ju did pitch well, 1.2 innings from him, 27, ends up with 3 strikeouts in the ninth inning, strikeout to end the game for Hanwha. Elsewhere around the league, real quick, uh, right now, Lotte is up at 9-4 in the bottom of the eighth there with no outs. So winning there for Lotte would move them up 1 against Hanwha. LG is able to. LG took the lead in the seconds. Then Doosan tied it up in the seconds. Then they took the lead in the third, and then Doosan tied it up in the third. They took the lead in the sixth. They tied it up in the seventh, took the lead in the eighth, and was able to hold on for a 4-3 victory, which means LG will move up 1 game in the standings. Hanwha now has a 3-game lead, which is looking like it's running into some issues. Again, Hanwha has been extremely, extremely lucky in the injury department, but Ryunjin only being able to go 1 inning today. Tomorrow, Moon Dong-ju will be pitching, but Moon Dong-ju also pitched Tuesday, which means what's going to happen tomorrow is a big question mark for him. Ponce also with only threw 70 pitches because he couldn't go back out for the 7th because of shoulder tightness. So whether or not that ends up being anything else, the Hanwha has said it's nothing, but things like that don't often go away really quickly. Ponce is leading the league in innings, obviously leading in wins, strikeouts, ERA, and innings. And he has a history of injuries. In the 3 seasons that he pitched for in Japan, he only pitched in 60 games in those 3 innings, so right around 20 games. Weiss also is now really close to having his career high in innings, and we're not even to August yet. So both of those guys is something to worry about. Yuan Jin obviously has had injury issues lately, and he's not the pitcher he used to be. So something of concern there. But other games, Samsung gets a huge 11-0 win, as Bambada said. Harado throws a complete game shutout. So they win 11-0 as they put up all 11 runs in the 7th through the 9th inning. NC gave up, had a quick lead, and then gave it up, and then battled back, and then it ended with a Park Bin-woo walk-off, a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 9th inning to give NC the win over Kium. So, yeah, I mean, right now, the way the standings are looking, Hanwha is going to be up 3 games on LG. They're going to be up 6 games on Lotte. KT will still be in 4th. Kia will tie with Samsung. So very crowded in the 4th through 8th spots. Again, 4th is 9.5 back. NC is 13 back. So just a 4.5 game, or sorry, 3.5 games separating 4th through 8th place in the standings. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Samsung versus Kia, or KT, which is what you guys voted for. Outside of that, also starting next week, I'm on vacation from school, which means I'll be able to do some streaming like I did before. I won't do 6 games next week. I do want to have some stuff I want to do on my vacation besides talk to you guys. Not that that's not a bad thing, but thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. And as always, until next time.